G'day guys and welcome back to Gans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video here we're going to be jumping into the team building guide for the new STR Lord Slug. Obviously about time, he's definitely been overdue for a unit. So before we get on into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do team building guides for all the new units that drop and or easy A, so make sure you check them out. Jumping straight into it now. For the details, we've got teams, Inhuman Deeds, Movie Bosses, Namekians, Dragon Ball Seekers, Terrifying Conquerors, Space Traveling Warriors, Power of Wishes, and a new category, Demonic Power, which he obviously leads. Demonic Power, bit wonky, but I feel like that's really just a starting point for what we'll get when we start to get Diamond content. For the links here, we've got Demonic Waves, Metamorphosis, Namekians, Big Bad Bosses, First for Conquest, Nightmare, and Fierce Battle. So a few really common extreme class links in there, and you'll see that as we go through the links, he does fit with a number of units. So no perfect linking partners, but we do have 6 with the Int Garlic Jr. Would love to see him get an easy A during this celebration as an extreme class support. He'd be an amazing addition to a lot of these teams. With our 5 links, we haven't got much chop here, but we've got the STR Rildo and then the physical Lord Slug Giant. You would have to think that this guy is getting his sub easy A at some point during this celebration. It would be crazy if they didn't drop that one there. Then moving into our 4 linking partner, and a lot of these are units that do need easy A's. So we've got the TEQ Janemba easy A. Again, another easy A that I feel will be really impactful when it eventually drops. Got the physical metal cooler, AGL Android 13, the banner unit whose name is now escaping me, the Int Janemba, who could be a really interesting super easy A, considering how valuable they've made a number of these super easy A's. I think he could be really good there. And then we've also got the STR cooler as well. So dropping down to our 3 linking partners, a couple of really top tier options in here. So we've got Physical Janemba, who's obviously a monster. We've got AGL Baby 2, Buhan, when you do get that transformation and gain Big Bad Bosses. And remember, Big Bad Bosses units are going to be really where you get a lot of your money with this guy. So we've also got the TEQ Zamasu, dropped off quite a bit now, but again, Big Bad Bosses unit. STR Cellmax, who is still super good, and because Slug is clearly a Movie Bosses unit, there's definitely a possibility to run those two together there. And then we've also got the STR Turles, who again, another Big Bad Bosses unit that has, who's on Movie Bosses? Continuing with our 3 links, we've got the STR Prime Battle Frieza, a unit, like you look at how good the TEQ Prime Battle Goku is, I see no reason why this Frieza couldn't be as good as it, if not better. Again, a Big Bad Bosses unit. I feel like they will hopefully do him a lot of justice. STR Bojack, probably a wild card of a unit that could possibly easy A during the celebration. Big Bad Bosses that has support. We've got the Int Harudigon, who's still good with the ability to dodge. The AGL First Form Frieza, the Full Power Frieza, who again could easy at any point. And then we've also got the Int Piccolo Jr., a fellow Namekian. So yeah, that could be a good little rotation for some type of Namekian mission there. So first team build here we've got is using Lord Slug as your leader. I think the next build I have is also another form of going with Slug. Main thing with Slug is we wanted to have the 3 other units like other than himself that are on the demonic power category, and that gives him his entrance animation. So we do fulfill that here with the Lord Slug friend that we'll have, and then the banner unit and the Int Harudigon. So big tick on that front. We've obviously got Slug, we've got Cellmax, we've got the STR Turles, the banner unit, Int Harudigon, and then physical Janemba. So probably 2 ways that you could sort of run this team. The first would be to have a Lord Slug on each rotation, and then run physical Janemba on one of those rotations and STR Cellmax on the other. That would be a good strategy in terms of maximizing our links and whatnot, but then the banner unit does sort of sabotage the STR Cellmax. So My thinking is to run a Lord Slug with the banner unit on one rotation. Banner unit gets up to a 70% chance to dodge, and that's definitely very viable. And then on the other rotation, you could either run the if you wanted to run Lord Slug, but personally I'd probably go with Physical Janemba and the Cell Max as a combo, and then that way you're going to be floating the Friend Slug, STR Tours, and Int Harudigon. So for that slug that is on rotation with the banner unit, you can then still get big bad bosses from your floating unit. So pretty solid team build right there. You could obviously change that up a little bit, make it look a little bit different, and bring the Brolys. As you can see here, team is extremely similar, but we've brought in the two TEQ Brolys in comparison. We haven't got the banner unit, and we did bring in the physical Kid Buu as well. So for this one, it would be a Janemba and Lord Slug rotation. Those two, as we saw, share a number of links, including big bad bosses together. And then on the other rotation, it would be the two TEQ Brolys. Obviously, the second Broly could easily be the Int one. It could be the STR Super Easy A, whatever works for you. So that's going to leave you to, again, float Harudigon, the Friend Lord Slug, and also Kid Buu with his big old support that he can provide. I quite like this team because anytime you're able to bring two Brolys together, it is going to be extremely power offensively. So the next is if you just wanted to add Lord Slug to the full Broly team. So with this team, you're not going to be getting those three demonic power units, so you're not going to have the entrance animation. Definitely going to be wanting to keep your STR Slug away from slot 1. Fortunately, we got Janemba there, so in the leader slot, we got the TEQ Broly, we got Lord Slug, Janemba, and then the three Brolys, these being the TEQ, the Int, and the STR. Rotations here would be TEQ Broly with whichever Broly you want, really. Personally, I'd probably go the TEQ Easy A or the Int, but whichever would work. The only reason I'd float the STR Super Easy A would be because of I like floating my Rainbow Orb changing support units. Then on the other rotation, it would be Janemba and the Lord Slug again. So just really sticking with that big bad bosses base there. And any time that you're able to have two TEQ Brolys on a team, like this team will just out offensive any boss, I do think. Yeah, two TEQ Brolys is just beyond busted. So the next team here is another one where we are really just short one unit of being able to get the entrance animation on. The AGL Gohan from the Garlic Jr. movie does actually fit on this category, so if he was to Easy A, you could slide him on this team. It would seem a bit wonky, but you could make it work. But yeah, up until then, we'll have to wait. But we've got the AGL First Form Frieza. Again, we've got the Brolys. I've just taken it as an example. I mean, for this one, you got the Int and the TEQ. We then have Lord Slug, the banner unit, and the physical Kid Buu. So rotations of this one, I would probably be going with the two Brolys together, clear-cut combo there, and then the banner unit with Lord Slug. So as I mentioned before, the banner unit is able to get a 70% chance to dodge. That's going to give you quite a bit of defensive utility there. And then Slug can sit in slot 2. You'll be able to get big bad bosses from our three floaters, being the two AGL Friezas and the physical Kid Buu. Both the Slug and the banner unit are on Space Traveling Warriors, so that gets the entrance animation active for Frieza. Probably not the craziest team in the world, but I think you could definitely cause some damage with this one. And it's a good excuse for you to whip out the AGL Frieza, because he's probably not one that you get a great deal of use out of. And then the final team that we have, and you may think I'm crazy for this team, but it is a Pair of Wishes Super Saiyan Trio team. So for this one, we've got the Super Saiyan Trio. Well, it's Pair of Wishes. Yeah, actually everyone is Pair of Wishes here. Or actually, you got the physical Super Saiyan. Anyway, so you got the Super Saiyan Trio. We got STR Lord Slug, physical Broly Trio, the STR Gohan, Tech Piccolo, and the physical Piccolo / Vegeta. So our final 3 units on the team are all on demonic power, which means that we are actually getting the entrance animation for the Lord Slug. Now that does sabotage the rest of the team for the first 3 turns, but once you get that out of the way, things will return back to normal. I think this team will actually perform really, really well. So the rotations here would be Slug and the Broly Trio on one rotation, and then the Super Saiyan Trio with the STR Gohan on the other rotation. If we did have one more unit on demonic power that we could switch in, I'd love to take out Tech Orange Piccolo, but for now he's probably the only option to really fill that slot. So we'd just be using Tech Orange Piccolo as a floater, and the same goes with the physical Piccolo Vegeta. As I said, you can have the entrance, you've got the damage reduction with the Broly Trio, but we do have 2 physical Super Saiyan Trios on the team orb changing, so there should be enough orbs around to get the Broly Trio their 7 key spheres for the guaranteed dodge, and providing that support to Lord Slug as well. So, yeah, I think this team would work really effectively, especially if you're getting off that support with the Broly Trio on top of the damage reduction that Lord Slug already has as well. I feel like that could really help him defensively. But in terms of the easiest team that's going to be the run, I think just going like either with Lord Slug as your lead, sort of one of these first 2 teams, or you literally cannot go wrong rocking with Double Tech Broly. But let me know which is your favourite down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.